Well, my lovelies, I am popping on to have a brief little chat about I have no choice. How often in life do we say that with a harsh tone? And the eye roll, right? The eye roll comes out, doesn't it? And it's just a terrible feeling. You don't want to be adding to another ball to juggle in your already overloaded obligations. But you find yourself being pulled in the direction of those who shout loudest. Now just pause for a moment and think about that. I know that's what happened to me, likely happening to you too. We've got someone wearing us down and we're like, oh, okay, all right, just give me a little space, go away. Let me say yes, because I have no choice. Is that really how you want to be going about your life? I mean, what's happening is not conducive, is it? I had this realization about that I was saying yes to the dictates of those who were pulling at me the hardest. And that's no way to be living your life. It really isn't. That's why you end up saying, oh, I have no choice. It's like someone pushing, you're like, oh, all right already. When I had that realization, I started to think about that. And I realized that people were sort of taking advantage of the fact that I was just running about in a bit of a hamster wheel, and I just didn't feel like I had the energy to deal with all this, so I just said, I have no choice, yes, and pushed it down the timeline. But there's the reckoning, because you do have to do it, because, you know, we're kind, we want to help out, we say yes, and then we have this obligation to fulfill, don't we? I realized this sort of connection to being pulled and saying yes to those who shouted loudest, then to feeling like I had no choice, and I decided no, it had to stop. And I thought a bit about it, and I realized, look, there is a choice. We always have a choice, don't we, really? They might not be the most spectacular choices, we might not like them very much. But here's the most exciting thing. If you actually step away from the madness, step away from the people pulling at you, and say, I am going to have a quick look at my choices. It makes all the difference. It really does, my lovelies. It makes all the difference. You might end up still saying yes, you know, but you'll have done it from a position of agency. You won't have done it because someone's pulled you in that direction hard. You know why you said yes to it. You said yes to it from that position of clarity, of understanding why you are doing something. Perhaps this person's being through a difficult time and you want to support them. There are all sorts of reasons, and that's the magic, is digging into that. Sometimes you'll end up saying, no, I'm sorry, I wish I could help. But I can't, and I wish you well. Whatever you say, even if you're still making the same decision. It is a different feeling. When you have agency, you lose that resentment. Because if you feel like I have no choice, you'll get there and you're all like, this is so wrong, I shouldn't have to do this. Why am I being made to do this? If you have dug into your reason behind the yes, then you can sail through it with more equanimity and with grace. You lose that resentment. And believe me, my lovely, that is a very good thing. It's a good thing for you. Goodness, who wants to be experiencing and living resentment? But it's also great for those around you. They feel that resentment, that energy. And that's a really good reason to step back, to take the time, because you do have to step in and step up that way. You have to dig into it a bit. You have to commit to that time and keep the pressure at bay while you do this. And I know it's hard to do. I know we're juggling so much, but it is so worthwhile. It makes such a difference. It's life-changing, I'm here to tell you. Well, sometimes it's kind of hard to figure out, well, okay, I'm going to set aside a little time, but then what do I do? How do I do this? It's not the easiest thing in the world to dig into our feelings and our motivations, is it? So to help you out, my lovelies, I have nice, luscious, free journaling prompts that can help you start this process of just digging in a bit, understanding what's going on in your mind with this almost mantra of I have no choice. What's going on with that? Let's dig in a little with these journaling prompts. And I've also got a really nice little grounding technique, because we can all do with a bit of grounding. When you're grounded, you come to these things from a much more solid place where you can access clarity better. Now, this is attached to my latest blog post, and it's really super. I've been thinking a lot about this, and I've got so much on my mind about it and things I'd love to share with you. So check out this blog post, get a hold of the journaling prompt, sit down a bit, dig in a little, and give me a buzz if you want to work with me a little on that, on these sort of things, of digging into things. Give me a bit of a buzz and enjoy the journaling prompts. Check out that blog post and you will find it absolutely changes your life in how you agree to doing things and how you feel about that. Create better feelings in yourself and in those around you. I so want that for you. Let me know how it goes, my lovelies.